For Speed 1.
All right, pop quiz. Airport. Gunman with one hostage. He's using her for cover. He's almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away. What do you think? Shoot the hostage.
Oh yeah, and Jeff Daniels, who I only know from Dumb and Dumber, is in this, so it's cool to see him in a serious role.
What? Go for the good wound and you can't get to the plane with her. Clear shot. You're deeply nuts, you know that? All right.
Yeah, this is sort of the opening sequence where they started off like no fucking around right away off the bat. Boom, you're in. We're got a hostage situation with an elevator in a building. It's so awesome. Oh, something I forgot to mention about Armageddon, and I guess this also takes place, or they have the opening bit in the Twin Towers, and as well as Armageddon, they have in the Twin Towers. They have the Twin Towers actually get hit by a part of an asteroid, and it gives you a sort of a flaming image of somewhat reminiscent of 9/11. So it's I thought that was kind of at least a noteworthy point. So did they see it coming? No, they didn't see it coming, but it is, it's sort of eerie in a way. Fly Away Home is a cute movie actually. LOL, Dumb and Dumber, man. Hell yeah, of course. It's great. I love Dumb and Dumber. Fly Away Home? I don't know that one. Is that Jeff Daniels? As well? Let's keep on going with the trailer.
Hey, gentlemen, what we have here are 13 passengers in an express elevator. Bomb's already taken out cables. Bomber wants $3 million or he blows the emergency brakes.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
Yeah, and that's how it starts again. Right off the bat, it's like, we gotta get these people off the elevator. This guy wants $3 million. Right off the bat, super exciting situation, and it keeps your heart pumping throughout the film. Jeff Daniels. Oh, fuck, it's God King Onimar. Hello, friend. Let's give you a shout out. Welcome, pal. Welcome to the party, as always. Thanks for being here. We're talking about Speed. Oh, wait, I gotta change the category. Alright, I gotta change, not the category. The mother-loving title of the stream real quick. To Speed movie review. That's easy done though. Boom boom. Just like that. How are you doing, God King? Welcome to the party. Back to business. Let's yeah, this movie's just so good. It was so much better than I thought it was gonna be too. Like, I knew this is kind of a classic, but I didn't realize how fucking awesome it is. Anyway.
Basement. He can strike anywhere.
Haven't seen Speed since it was played all the time on TV back in the day. Fair enough. I never had cable. Well, we did for a little bit, but I'm not talking about that. I've talked about it on here before. But it was like we had it for like a couple months. Anyway, I had never seen this. Same with Armageddon. This is my first time watching both of these movies. They are both on Disney Plus if people want to watch them.
At any time. Will the Mr. Guest please sign in?
Why are they messing with me? Do they think I'm doing this for fun?
And yeah, obviously Dennis Hopper is fantastic. He's always very good. Even in bad movies like Super Mario Brothers, he's always giving it his all and really trying.
For LA cop Jack Traven.
Tell me again, Harry, why did I take this job?
Come on, 30 more years of this, you get a tiny pension and a cheap gold watch.
And their chemistry is really good. Jeff Daniels and Keanu Reeves. Although, and some people might hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say it because it's true, and this is how I feel. Keanu Reeves isn't that good of an actor, in my opinion, just compared to like a lot of the other A-listers. That's how I feel. But he's in a lot of great movies, and when the script is good and you hold your own well enough, I think that that's fine, and that this movie still excels. But just, he is a little bit wooden at times, and I think Bill and Ted, though, that's a little bit of a different role, and maybe that works a little better debatably, but these cold, like, action roles where he just has, like, no emotion, I mean, he has a little bit, but it's a little bit wooden at times, just for me. Again, nothing against Keanu Reeves. I've heard he's a very nice guy, actually. But just for the acting ability, in my opinion, like, compare him to someone like, oh, I don't know, Al Pacino. I would put maybe Al Pacino above him, but I don't know. It's all subjective. Just for like general ability, I couldn't with Dracula. That's fair. That's pretty fair. I think a lot of people would agree with that one, especially. But like some things, it works more, and in others, John Wick, Matrix obviously is great. Moving on though.
The game began.
And he's good at all these action stunts and shit. Does he do his own stunts? I'm not sure about that, but it looks like he does sometimes, even if he's not.
Very exciting, Jack. Some close calls, huh?
When someone put the city of Los Angeles to the ultimate test.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Yeah, and they keep saying that throughout the film, pop quiz hot shot, because Jeff Daniels gives him that scenario that they showed at the beginning of the trailer. It was like, what do you do if they got the hostage, and Keanu Reeves' answer is just shoot the hostage, because in that particular scenario it makes sense because it saves more people. So he's going through it logically. Anyway.
A bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour.
I look past the emotion thing. People blast on him simply because of everything he's been through in his life. He's a good actor, not one of the greats though. Well, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a terrible actor by any means, because he's not. He's a lot better than a lot of actors, but just at that level of A-list, because he's an A-list actor, I would say. At that level, I just wouldn't say he's top notch. But yeah, I actually agree with everything he said there. There's something there. He's entertaining. He's in good movies, and that's a big part. Is that if the script's good, chances are the movie's gonna be good.
The bomb is on.
And this script is so fucking good. Okay.
If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do?
And yeah, what an exciting premise. It just leaves so many things open to happen with the boss. Obviously, if people don't know the general premise, they should. It was made fun of in things like The Simpsons, where I think Homer says, he explains the plot of this movie, and he's like, I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down, or something like that. But yeah, that's the basic premise. Dennis Hopper is trying to get money from the government, and he's rigged a bomb to this bus, and once it goes over 50 miles per hour, then the bomb is armed, and then if it goes below 50 miles per hour at that point, then the bus explodes. So they have to keep it at 50 miles per hour. There's a point where they have to jump this big gap. There's lots of really exciting moments in this film, and even when the bus stops, you're like, oh, it's over then, and shit keeps happening. It keeps getting more exciting. It's awesome.
What do you do?
It was a hit that deserved it. I would agree with if you're talking about this film. I would agree completely. It's very good.
Now,
Are you insured?
Yeah, why?
And yeah, little jokes like that are funny. He's like, "Are you assured? Are you insured rather?" And then obviously the car door gets broken. It's funny.
he's the only solution.
We just got a ransom demand from your terrorist. Says he's rigged the city bus. Where's Jack?
Where do you think?
Stay on or get off.
Get off.
And yeah, Sandra Bullock's doing well. Obviously, they do have good chemistry. And Stevie said this when I was posting about it, that I guess they both had crushes on each other when they were filming it, but nobody acted on it. You could say they weren't speedy enough to make the relationship work. Okay, that was a bad joke. But anyway, this movie's really good. I'm gonna keep watching the trailer. Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock. She's great. She's really good in this, and she's in the sequel. So I'm curious to see Speed 2 Cruise Control. We'll probably review that one day as well.
This is much better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they have a scene where Keanu Reeves is supposed to attempt to disarm the bomb. So they put him on a little wheelie board and put him down. Well, the bus obviously can't stop, so he has to go while it's moving on this little board on wheels, and it's so exhilarating. It's such an exciting action sequence, and the whole movie is filled with exciting action sequences, one after the other, basically. giving you very little room to breathe, which is good in this kind of movie because it just keeps your heart pumping and it keeps you excited. Booty clap. I see ya. I see ya. Maybe you can hear me. All right. Anyway, that was a booty clap. Okay. Back to the movie trailer. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's a fight on the train. It's just there's so many elements of this. This movie's near perfect. I have a few or like one or maybe two nitpicks, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty solid. Spaghetti. KG, KD, 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 MDD. Ass. Nice. Oh yeah, and they have to jump. And yeah, some of these things obviously they probably wouldn't work in real life, but you don't care because it's so thrilling. You let all that shit slide. At least I did. Fart.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu, look at Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper's so fucking solid.
Sandra Bullock.
Pop quiz. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do?
Boom.
What do you do?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Get ready for rush hour.
Get ready for Rush Hour, but that's a different movie. Okay, anyway. This isn't Miss Frizzle's boss. That's right. It is not. So that's that. Let's check out the IMDb. Obviously, it's not Armageddon. Let's look up Speed. 1994. Armageddon was 1998. 7.3 out of 10. Higher rating than Armageddon, which it, of course, deserves. Definitely a better film. Get ready for Rush Hour was the tagline, I guess. But yeah, very thrilling sequences. Like, I don't want to ruin too much if anyone hasn't seen this, but I guess I was in the minority here with people who haven't seen it. But yeah, I'm glad I watched it because wow, I expected to like it, but I didn't expect to like it this much. I really, really liked this movie. Obviously, Keanu, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Daniels. Those are. Oh, and this Beth Grant. She's in a lot of shit. I noticed her right away. But other than that, I didn't really recognize anything. Oh, that's not true. Alan Ruck, who plays one of the guys on the bus. He's Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm pretty sure that's him. Let's click on him to be sure. I'm pretty sure, though. Best known for... What you known for? What's you known for? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Knew it. Oh, and he's in Twister. He had a bit... Oh yeah, and he's in The Happening. One of the fucking worst movies ever. But it's... To be fair, it's almost so bad it's good. It's a Shyamalan movie. About, like, the plants taking over the world or some shit. And Marky Mark is in it. Anyway. We're not talking about The Happening. Maybe we should review it one day. Because it's pretty entertainingly bad. But anyway, I digress. Back to the IMDb page of... Oh wait, what? We're back on the Armageddon page? Back to Speed. Let's get up to speed here. Okay, anyway. We had it before. We can go back. Let's look at the box office information. Because I'm sure this did great. Only $30 million budget too. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Like there probably is maybe some CGI, but it was 94, so there would be less. And like all the explosions with the cars and everything, it's all looks real and it adds so much to the movie and to any movie. But yeah, I love when they have real action pieces like that. So that's definitely a positive for the film. 350 million worldwide gross on a 30 million budget. So fuck yeah, that did a very good job. Armageddon had a 500 million gross, but it had a bigger budget. So I'm not doing the math here. They both did really well. Let's just say that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty fucking good. But yeah, it's excellent. So that's fair that it did that well in the box office. Um, but yeah, again, definitely better than Armageddon, in my opinion. But let's look it up on Rotten Tomatoes. I bet the critics gave it better ratings as well. Oh yeah, holy shit, 94% critics, because this is a good action movie. Audience score is similar to the audience score at Armageddon, though. I keep comparing these movies. I usually do that when no matter what I review, whatever movies I pair up, I usually compare them a little bit. Um, but this movie was freaking great. 76% audience score for 250,000 ratings. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm siding on the side of this critic score. I'm gonna give it in the 90s or the 9s ish. That's what I'm feeling like. It was that good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring my head back up. Return of the Man Bun. Let's go. Boom, and we're back. Okay, so yeah, this movie was great. It had some problems, I guess. So let's talk about my minor nitpicks. So one thing for sure is there's a part when the bomb is about to get out. Some of the time doesn't seem right. Like the pacing it's not doesn't feel uncomfortable for the flow of the film. It just I don't like when they do that in movies where they have a timer going and then it's clearly would have gone off way sooner than it does from the amount of time that's happening. So I would have that's again a very tiny nitpick, but it's something that I noticed. And again, my other nitpick is just in general. There's a few things like the jump that just wouldn't have worked, but it again, I don't care because it was so fucking good. I really like this movie. Keanu Reeves, we've discussed how I feel about his acting. I don't love him and everything, but he delivers good. He's in good movies, and that's the most important part. And it is his passable, and he's not a bad actor. He's just not the greatest actor. That's how I feel. God King said it too, and I agree. But yeah, I'm running out of things to say about this movie other than it's just fucking so much better than I thought it was gonna be. I might even watch it again. Like it was that good. From the beginning to the end, they get you pumping. You're thinking like, what's gonna happen? You're constantly thinking, and this back and forth with Keanu's character and Dennis Hopper's character is so interesting because they're playing sort of mental chess. Being like, now I'm doing this. Now I'm gonna try to stop you from doing this. I rigged up this bus. I blew up a bus in front of you and then ring a payphone so that you pick up the payphone and like, what the fuck's going on? So many things. Everything is done so well in this. And then when you think it's over, they get everybody off the bus. It's not over, but it's still so exciting, and you're glad it's not over because it's still so fun. You got Sandra Bullock in one of those vests with a bomb in it. Dennis Hopper's got her now, and then there's this exciting sequence on a train, and even when they get rid of the villain, there's still an element of danger because they can't stop the train now because the controls are fucked up, and it's just so awesome. There's not a dull moment. It's non-stop thrill ride, extremely exciting. I am excited to see the sequel, even though it's not supposed to be as good. Probably isn't, but it's still apparently supposed to be not bad. So I'm intrigued to see Speed 2. I'm gonna rate this movie, I think. So Speed, like I said, it's near perfect. Very few nitpicks. Some of the things just don't really add up. That's the simplest I can go about saying that, I think. But yeah, Speed, very good. So exciting. Good performances, with the debatable exception of Keanu Reeves, but he's passable and he's fine. And I like him and stuff. But yeah, Dennis Hopper and Sandra Bullock were probably the best performances in it. But Dennis Hopper probably the best if I had to pick one. But Sandra Bullock's good. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Let's give it 9.5. I'm serious. Like, it's that good in my opinion. Like, it's solid. That's a very high rating for me, but I stand by it. Speed. 9.5 out of 10 ducks. Alright. That was so good. So let's move on to the next segment and the last segment, which is of course the rap music. 9.5, man. If you haven't seen Speed, watch Speed. It's on Disney Plus. Is that fucking good, Spaghetti? I don't regret that rating. It deserves it. Like, I watching the movie, even various points and like quite a few times, I would just like pause it and be like, "Fuck, this is good. Fuck, this is good." Like, say it out loud. I was just getting so excited about it. Like, damn, this is good. This writing is fantastic. The action is great. Anyway, the movie's good.